Thank you so much for joining us on the program. It's good to see you. Busy day, I suppose.
Yes, it is.
Right. So let's start this way. How would you situate what has happened today in the context of what it means for Nigerians?
Once again, here we go. Forces that are not happy with the serving government are coming together like they once did, and they made history. That is where we are. It remains to be seen if they are going to do what is different in that historic move, 2013-14, leading to the victory of 2015. When something is a narrative, it is safer to just tag along, because challenging a narrative is a very daunting task until the people see the truth and feel it. They won't be able to understand anything you're saying about a narrative. The narrative is that you must come together to defeat, that everybody must come together to defeat Tinubu. By which law? Which law says that? Which principle says that? It's not true. However, coming together is good. Why I told you it's not true? Just in 2023, in the presence of APC, when they even had a sitting government, and PDP, Labour Party defeated both without a coalition. So that narrative that you all have to come together in order to defeat Tinubu, oh, it's not true, you can't defeat. However, I'm still saying, don't get me wrong, it is good to come together. I'm in support of coming together. As a Muslim, I'm telling you that coming together is encouraged, it's Islamic. I would think it's the same thing in Christianity. People must come together for a common, honorable cause. That cause must be honorable. It must be in the interest of our dear country. We don't have a Buhari in the coalition. That kind of figure who had commanded 12 million votes in 3 consecutive elections. Atiku is not exactly in that mold. Then you don't have a Tinubu that is focused, resourced, and consistent in his own ambition that is far away. He has the foresight to see 2023, that's what he wanted. You see, if there are two people, every morning you use your sword, it becomes blunt. Every morning I go and sharpen mine and sharpen mine and sharpen mine and I keep it. One day when the time matters, when we come, you swing, yours falls, I swing, mine cuts. We lack those structural defects which have to be immediately attended to in this coalition. The fact that something happened before against that master schema, coalition is his game. He knows it. Oh, they want to make a coalition against me. All right. He knows every step of the way. How to defeat him, yes, is there. Come together. Let me repeat. I believe in coalition. I believe in coming together. And I'm in support of this coalition in the same way that, look, I still believe Labour Party still remains a good platform.
Right.
Yes.
So just to be categorical, and correct me if I'm wrong, I almost get the sense that you're trying to say that this coalition is doomed to fail.
No.
I mean, you're saying you don't have all the pieces, you don't have a Tinubu, you don't have a Buhari, Atiku is good but not good enough.
No. The coalition, I am saying specifically what must be put in place for the coalition to succeed.
Sounds to me like you have all the pieces. Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, all the former bigwigs in the APC. the PDP,
among the three of
and all
them,
the outliers.
Among the three of them, who has ever stepped back to say that I'm in support of another?
Isn't it early days?
No. It was early, way back in 2007, when Tinubu played politics with Atiku to say, come and take ACN and contest. It was that early. Now I think you're starting to get my message. You need to really, really plan and hold on to that plan and maintain focus of your plan. You don't come haphazard and say you're going to defeat someone who is a planner.
You don't see a strategy at this point?
I'm not criticizing, I'm not going against the coalition. It is not there yet. And you do business as usual against a sitting government like Tinubu, you won't win. You need to do actually what we call think outside the box to achieve an impossible feat. You truly need an impossible strategy. You need to do the unthinkable. Because if you bring out who they are seeing Atiku, they know how to work against Atiku. They know what his problem is. And he's welcome to win. If he wins, we'll support him to that. You need that candidate whom they can't understand. They don't know where to catch. They don't know. That is how.
And do you think the coalition right now has that piece?
The coalition is full of
options.
The coalition is full of resources, but the downside, the coalition is also too full of ambition. The ambitions have to be reduced. They have to be managed carefully. There's no, unlike when you had a default leader in 2015 in the name of Buhari, this time around there shouldn't be a default leader. You know? That it must be Mr. A, Mr. B, or Mr. C. It shouldn't be like that. Because Buhari was coming to challenge the then President Jonathan, whose tenure was seen as it should be from the north. And you know that rotation in Nigeria is like a religion. It's more powerful, it's as powerful as what the Constitution provides. So,
a group of people that will be happy with your analysis about what may go wrong, and that's the APC, because they're quite dismissive of the potential of this coalition actually, coming up with an upset in 2027, because they believe the coalition will be unable to answer the question around zoning, and they also believe that some of the key figures driving the coalition are too ambitious to step down for one another.
Now, don't take anything APC says. This is just my point of view. What didn't they promise you and nothing happened? There is nothing that they won't say, because right now they are beaten. They are just waiting to go. Look, anybody can defeat APC.
You don't think the APC is stronger now than the one you faced in 2023?
No.
Look at how they're growing in size.
That is not growth. I think you're looking at the wrong signals. That's not growth. This is commercial growth. Commercial defections, and all sorts of, underhand tactics to bring people. Real defections have taken place at the polling units. Don't you know that?
Some will say that's a bit presumptive. There's still 2 years before the next election.
No. You
don't think the Tinubu administration could turn things around?
They can't. Not just the Tinubu administration. APC's time is over. They're only in government. I agree. But their time is over. PDP was able to manage 16 years. And in relative terms, they are saints compared to APC. The money that was stolen under was a joke compared to, it's like corruption started all over again in Nigeria when Buhari was sworn in. Buhari's government was sworn in. It started all over. It's like insecurity took a whole new meaning when they began to eye 2015 elections. So don't take what they are telling you, real democracy is at the polling units. Then real politics is with a political party that is able to put together The people that will get you those votes escort the votes all the way to the declaration center and ensure that nothing happens except the true votes of the people. That's real democracy. When votes are stolen along the way, when the constitution is violated along the way, it fails to be democracy. Who are capable of partaking in our politics and refuse to. It's a social crime, it's a moral crime, and it's worse than desertion. There are people out there who can come into the political system, even if they don't contest. They can add to the honor in a party. They can add in the processes of political parties. But they are not doing, simply because of that culture that politics is a dirty game. So allow the criminals to continue to take over. Who and what you see in the opposition today are not the end of Nigerian politicians. There are more there who are refusing to come in. This is a call for every Nigerian who can, who should, he must, she must. Because the more you avoid it, the more you create the chance for certificate forgers and their likes. Like I said, what does the virus do? It replicates. There is no room now for a good person in Nigerian politics. You have to be one of them. They must be your godfathers, they must be your bosses, and you must do exactly what is wrong. And if that is the case, how will Nigeria ever be right? How will we ever get it right? The good people who should be in politics are not getting into it. Who then will fix the problem?
Right. And Doctor, do you understand the skepticism of some Nigerians who say, listen, the coalition might have some potential or promise, but we're not yet sold on their agenda because the message is not necessarily clear. I mean, rebuild, rescue, return Nigeria to Nigeria sounds, catchy, but there's nothing substantial yet. Do you understand where people are coming from if they analyze things?
I understand it deeply, but let me tell you this. It's not that anybody has a choice. Nigerians don't have a choice. APC must go.
And is the coalition the best alternative?
Let me answer one question. Even APC does not have a choice. APC must go. Where was Ganduje last week? Where is he today? Nigerian politicians don't have a choice. APC must go. Victims of insecurity don't have a choice. APC must go. Spenders of the Naira, industrialists, tradespeople, market women and men, farmers, transporters, the youth, nobody has a choice in Nigeria. APC must go. It's just how to go about doing it. Now, I tell you this, everybody knows the right thing. But sentiments come in between. You see, from wiping out insecurity, flushing out the forests, okay, making Nigeria more secure, to improving our economy, providing infrastructure, all these are simple tasks. Very, very simple tasks. Do you know what the difficult task is? Saying the truth. People to say the truth to themselves and to authority. That's why the problem is. Look, you have all sorts of people now, practitioners of insecurity in the forests. You call some insurgents, you call some bandits. Yes, they are, but they are practitioners of insecurity. Do you know who the real bandits are? Do you know who the real terrorists are? Those who see insecurity and tell you that the government has provided security. That is terror. It is terror when a politician comes out in the presence of insecurity to say that the government has provided security. That is terror, that is banditry, that is immoral. If Nigerians can solve this problem, not to leave a few people every day to come out, say the truth and say, you're taking risks with your life. The government is not happy with you. What can we do? There is nothing else for people to know. Nigeria is not safe. APC did not perform from Buhari to this Tinubu. They did not perform, and they will not perform even if you give them another 40 years. Now it's for Nigerians to say the truth. These people cannot do it. Because they can't do it, they are no longer an option. APC will, whether we like it or not, they will say their candidate is Tinubu. But then Nigerians know who can defeat Tinubu. Nigerians know. The politicians in ADC, in the coalition movement, I swear to God they know deep down inside them.
Do you know who the person is?
I don't know. Because I'm an interested party. That I'm directly interested.
I want to go out on a limb here.
Yes. Let me finish answering.
Permit me to go out on a limb, because a lot of people would really love to hit the nail on the head.
Yes.
Is that person Peter Obi?
Peter Obi is an excellent material to lead Nigeria. He's an excellent, in the same way that Atiku can be an excellent, in the same way.
But is he the one you're alluding to?
We're in a coalition.
Right.
If we're talking about Labour Party, pointedly I'll tell you yes.
Right.
Pointedly. But in the context of the coalition, I will not surpass my party and usurp their powers. Please.
But you're going to champion for somebody, isn't it?
Look, can you just allow me to finish my point? Nigerian politicians are not entirely that bad. When the chips are down and something breathes morality into their heads, one day maybe in the grounds of primaries, they will be able to say, despite the dollars that are being shared around, and out of all these candidates, we have now been inspired. We're going for the right candidate. There are right candidates. Look, there are good people in Nigeria. There are people who can develop Nigeria. There are people who can sort our problems out immediately. But the process does not allow them to be a candidate. The process is horrendous. The process is prohibitive. And our greatest enemy now, politically speaking, is that we have terrorists and bandits, not the ones in the forests, the ones who look you in the face and tell you that the government has provided security. That is terror.
Right.
The people who look at you and go and read out speeches that the economy of Nigeria has improved, that is banditry, for God's sake.
I mean, Dr.
And in the presence of these things, right, you cannot get those good Nigerians to come out and lead.
Right.
The arena of politics and contesting have deserted. One of the worst mistakes in Nigerian democracy is that the people who should be in politics have shied away from politics.
Right.
And we have them.
Right, okay.
Then the second thing I told you again, I need to re-emphasize it so that you and listeners will understand. Everything about governance is easy. Bringing the dividends of democracy. For people like me, we could be sleeping and we'll be providing infrastructure and security. The difficult thing is for people to say the truth in the presence of official office terrorists and bandits.
I mean, don't you find that language extreme, Dr. Ahmed?
Thank you very much. We're in an extreme situation. Are you forgetting that?
Yeah, but the color commentary doesn't help.
No. It does help. 200 people were killed in Benue. How many more were killed in Kebbi? How many were killed in Plateau? Is this not an extreme situation? As an individual, I like Tinubu. I like Lagosians because of their struggle for life, their everything. I lived in Lagos. I was a Lagos boy. I like Tinubu as an individual. I call him Uncle. As far as Nigerian politics are concerned and governance is concerned, I dislike Tinubu. But truth be said, nobody will know what really transpired, which I cannot say. You just try to say that I call them bandits and terrorists. I don't do that. Something happened. Nobody will know that kind of thing and continue to move with such a person. So I don't blame him.
So you'll be surprised if it's Tinubu and Kashim Shettima on
I'll
the
be
ballot.
surprised, but then it will now mean that also Tinubu has finally succumbed to those kind of things. That realm, that I really can't say it. I don't imagine, I can't understand how those kind of things give you power.
Right.
I cannot understand, and neither can you. Neither will the airwaves explain to the whole world how does that kind of thing bring power to anybody. It's unbelievable what is going on. Everything has gone wrong with the Fourth Republic. Everything that can go wrong, everything that can go wrong has gone wrong with Nigerian democracy, which really is not a democracy up to now. And this Fourth Republic has been a disaster.